What's up, Men's Physique fans? We are back with another video. The Charlotte Pro has just wrapped up and we have a new 2024 qualified Olympian. We're gonna break down the first callouts and the shock of the show. Anthony Mantello competed this past weekend in Men's Physique, Classic Physique, and Open Bodybuilding, and you will not believe which division he did not win. And Jeremy Potvin tears his bicep. You guys will not believe how he did it. We have a lot to catch up on. So let's sit back, relax, and enjoy this video.
Grapevine, but I ain't hearing nothing great. No, they wanna take it all from me, so I give what it takes. Whole life been a miracle, seen everything but a cape. Why would I stop now? Found everything on a journey, but another way. Look.
The top four for the Charlotte Pro was no shock, but coming in at fifth place, we do have an IFBB Pro rookie debut. Congratulations to Travis Yao. He looks absolutely amazing. A bright future on this young man, and it's awesome to see a pro debut place in the top 5. And coming in at that fourth place spot, we have George Brown. Now, going into the show, I had George Brown as the victor. He looked absolutely amazing. And I do think if you see some of these backstage shots, he was on. You know, the roundness, the fullness, the conditioning, the detail was all there. But I think structure was something that held him back this show. And we're gonna get into that in a minute. Now, coming in at the third place spot, we have Clarence McSpadden, somebody who I had going into the show and falling in that third place spot. But what I did not see coming was number 2, Dustin Alvarez, somebody who has been inching his way closer and closer to those top callouts and finally gets into that conversation and almost qualifies for the Olympia. This guy has such a bright future. And again, somebody with amazing structure, somebody with a great back, and is just missing a few small details that are gonna get him into that conversation. And coming in at that number 1 spot, we have number 4 in the world, Emanual Hunter. Now, I think we can all agree, this was Emanual's show to win or lose. And I'll be honest, some of the updates that I saw just a few days out did not necessarily give me that confidence that this was going to be his best package. He looked tired. His confidence looked wavering. It looked like he was lacking detail. But at a lot of the photos and videos that I've seen, not only ones backstage, those that I saw on stage in the high def photos, this man was on. Now, was this the best version of Emanual? No. I believe this was roughly a 90% version of himself. The showing that he had at the Olympia was absolutely lights out. And if that Emanual can be consistent, I truly don't believe there's many people on this planet who wear board shorts that can beat him. But peaking is probably the most difficult part of the entire prep process, especially when you have been prepping for as long as he has been. So what do I expect him to do now? Take some time, take a break, and get ready to make one hell of a showing at the 2024 Olympia in Las Vegas. But I will say I'm extremely happy for Emanual. He is somebody who has been chopping at the bits, and after a poor showing at the Arnold Classic in Ohio, I love to see this man put on his cap, silence all of the haters and the doubters, and get back to work and qualify for this year's Olympia. All right, so let's backtrack. We have to take a quick second to give some love to Dustin Alvarez. Dustin is a new men's physique athlete on the scene. Last year, he made some noise where he placed 4th at the same Charlotte Pro in 2023. But this year, he beat not only George Brown, not only Clarence McSpadden, but beat the previous version of him, because this has been such a massive improvement from year to year. And I'm so excited to see what this kid is going to do in the coming weeks. I truly believe he has such a bright future in the men's physique division. Now, why? Structure reigned supreme at this show. There was no question about it. If you take a look at the top 2, what do they have that the top 3 and 4th place finishers didn't have? It's just simply supreme structure. I truly believe the conditioning on 3 and 4 were better than 1 and 2. I believe that 1 and 2 had a more complete package from front to back, and also a more men's physique structure. So this is why I'm so interested to see Dustin Alvarez go to Tri-City next week and go head to head with the social media sensation, Dan, who has been making waves, not only in the men's physique division, but all across the social media platforms. So with that being said, with Dustin Alvarez fitting that men's physique standard, who do you guys believe is going to take home that Olympia qualification? Will it be Dan, the new young gun on the scene who has never stepped on a IFBB pro stage, or Dustin Alvarez, somebody who we've seen stand next to some of the top guys in the world and go toe to toe? Honestly, this is going to be one hell of a battle, and I'm so excited to see it. I think both of these guys have such dominant attributes, but I truly believe it's going to come down to what are they looking to reward in the men's physique division? Because when you look at Dan, the freak factor is there. The roundness, the bubbliness, the density, the muscularity is all there. But when you look at Dustin, it's more streamlined. It's more men's physique. So who do you guys think has the best opportunity to qualify for the Olympian next week? Is it Dustin? Is it Dan? Is it Clarence? Clarence came back at the night show with a significantly tighter and fuller package. And I truly believe if he showed up that way in prejudging, he would have finished second. So with that thought in mind, we have George Brown, Clarence McSpadden, Dustin Alvarez, our 5th place finisher, all going to Tri-City. Who do you guys believe is going to bring home that trophy in that Olympia qualification? Anthony Mantello tried to complete the perfect trifecta. He not only competed in classic physique, but also men's physique and open bodybuilding. And you guys will not believe which division he did not win. So let's start off with open bodybuilding. Anthony Mantello, the guy who has always been knocked for being too small, won his class in open bodybuilding, and the reality was he wasn't the biggest on that day, but he was the most detailed, he had the best structure, and the balance was on point from head to toe. I'm so impressed with how much Ant has grown his lower body from last year to this year and just over the last couple years in general. Again, this guy has such a bright future, and to think that he is so young and he has already made this stride, it's just insane to sit here and think about where this man is going to be if he continues on this trajectory. Now, classic physique. This man not only won his class, but won the overall. And let's take a quick second to realize this is Anthony Mantello's home. This is where he is aiming to prioritize and focus his career to build and grow into the classic physique division. Now, going into the show, I said I truly believe that Anthony Mantello has his best chance of earning his pro card as a men's physique athlete. But he lost in his class to this guy. Now, I will say, this guy looks absolutely amazing. He looks phenomenal. And you don't typically see this level of competition at a regional show. But what do you guys think? Do you think he got robbed? Or do you think that Anthony Mantello just wasn't big enough? And if he wasn't big enough, then why did he win open bodybuilding and the classic physique overall? So with that, I have a lot of questions with Ant going into the national show, because men's physique has become one of the most competitive divisions out there. Not only is it the most saturated division, but there are so many different body types, and it truly comes down to what the judge is considered men's physique. So same thing at the pro level is going to be the same thing that's being judged at the amateur level. What do they want to see? Is it somebody who has more muscle, more density, more of a freak factor? Or is it more shape, aesthetics? Because to me, when I look at Anthony Mantello, he has the shape, he has the aesthetics, he has the detail. I believe he even won from the back. But this guy, he had great detail. He didn't have the structure that Ant had, but I do believe he was bigger. So again, did Anthony Mantello get robbed? Or is he just simply not big enough or ready to earn his IFBB pro card? Guys, this is such a hard video to watch. As I'm preparing to record this video, I open up Instagram, and the first thing that I see is Jeremy Potvin in a sling. And as somebody who has been through their fair share of injuries, the worst thing came to mind. And when I turned on the volume to hear him explaining that he tore his bicep.
We went bowling for the wife's birthday, and of course it's the smallest things when shitty things happen, but I tore this bicep. So, just tore it. I mean, it is what it is. Can't really do much about it.
Bowling, guys. Not lifting in the gym, right? Or not lifting something heavy or moving. Bowling. It makes me feel for him, man. It really does. You know, I know Jeremy has been putting in a lot of work. We've had conversations about the focus that he's having this season, right? Things that he was doing this offseason compared to last offseason, making sure the intensity of training is there, right? Bringing back that Jeremy Potvin roundness and pop and size that we all knew him for, to this now tearing his bicep and potentially missing his entire 2024 season. I don't know the severity of this injury, but by the video here, we can see his bicep is reacting crazy. And at first, I thought he was just flexing his bicep and it was doing some cool little maneuver or cool little insertion, but little did I know that this was the torn bicep being torn. So I feel for him, man. You know, I really do. I know he was getting ready to start prep on Monday. So imagine getting prepared to start prep. You go through an entire offseason, you go through a health phase to get prepared for this push, and then you tear your bicep. And Jeremy, if you are watching this, we are praying for a speedy recovery and hope that this is not a season-ending injury, because we all know when Jeremy Potvin is at his best and he is on stage, that is a physique to be reckoned with. And we all know it's not going to take much for you to qualify for that 2024 Olympia. So prayers going to you, brother. If you or someone you know has a goal of stepping on stage, getting nationally qualified, or earning your IFBB Pro card, I will be taking on new clients going into the 2024 season. So all you got to do is fill out the application below in my bio, and I will get back to you guys ASAP. Ghost is releasing their newest cereal product this Wednesday, April 10th, and I can promise you this: your taste buds will thank you for it. Right here, we have the marshmallow flavor and peanut butter. Trust me when I say late night cravings, this is going to help. If you're in your off season, you're trying to grow, trying to get those extra calories in, guys, this is it. And you will not sacrifice your overall protein goals. But with that being said, that is a wrap on this video. I appreciate you guys watching. Comment below, did Anthony Mantello deserve to win in that men's physique category? Do you guys think Dustin Alvarez will beat Dan next week at the Tri-City Classic, or do you think Clarence will jump all of them? Again, this division, this season is off to one hell of a start, and we're going to be covering it all the way. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.